everybody, welcome to the flower patch. My name's Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Thank you so much again guys, as I always state, because it means so much to me, for your wonderful messages that I received yesterday. It is always very heartwarming and I appreciate it, and I'm so grateful. Right, I have, as I stated yesterday, that I love requests. So somebody's gotten in touch with me. A lady has asked if I could make a small hanging basket ready for spring. She is a subscriber to my channel. She does like watching it, and she loves the baby gerberas. So she would like me to make a hanging basket just with the baby gerberas. And plus, if I have any like butterflies or little birds that I could sit in the arrangement, she would much appreciate it. Well guys, her wish has come true. I have gotten out all 2 stems of I think it's the red I haven't got out. I've forgotten the red, but never mind. I could grab the red, but I've got out 2 stems of each of my gerberas. I've got 2 orange. I've opened them up and pushed all already the foliage up to the top. I've got 2 pink. I've got to search for the other one. Yeah, 2 pink. Oh, there's one here that I've got. Oh, let me see. So 2 orange, 2 pink, 2 purple. Oh, I'm getting confused now. Yeah, 2 purple, 2 pink and white. And 2 blue. I have got red and orange combined. So I probably get those. Let me grab them, because I won't settle until I grab them. So let's just and again the red and the orange combined. Oops, a daisy. I think I broke that one. If I just push up to the top, then I can grab. Because I've placed quite a few of these on picks. And I've probably chopped at some of them as well. Oh my goodness. There we have it. So there's the red and orange combined. So I want to come off. So I've got the red and orange combined as well. So we have a variety of colours. Again, I may not place in all of the 2 stems of everything. We'll see as we go along. I will just place in 1 to start with, because they can fill the baskets up quite a lot, and they are only it's only a 10-inch hanging basket, so it's only a small tidgy one. If I can push up. So there we have it. So there's all the colours of our gerberas that I have. I still got plenty left, so we'll see, and that just on its own will fill that basket. So hence the reason I may only use 1 bunch of each. The lady didn't say nothing about trailing anything hanging down from below, but I've got out, just in case I feel it needs it, some of my twiggy lotus, flowering lotus with a bit of white. Again, just to give it a little bit of a pop. And so I've got different size stems in here and some long ones which will hang over the side. Beautiful. So I have them. I have got some dark ficus out. I've got 5 stems. I don't know why I bought 5 stems. I just pulled them out. But I want to mix those in with the gerberas. I don't just want it gerberas on top. So I have got those, but I didn't want a big leaf. Now I've got a vine here, and it's a willow vine. I don't know, I think it's probably about 6 foot. It's quite bushy. I can't quite remember where I got it from. I've had it quite a while. I was searching up where all my hanging vine is, spotted it right underneath and pulled it down, amongst pulling others down as well. But I've got this, so I may just hang a few of these down from the side and chop away at it just to add to it. And then I spotted this nice lime green. It's only, I mean, it's on a stem like that, but I don't want it like that, so I'll have to chop away at it where it's singular. I'm not really a fan of just having single stems hanging, so I'll probably, if I can find somewhere to, yeah, I've just seen where you can pull it off and put a pick in it and just place several together. So we've got that for our hanging. Right, and finally she asked for butterflies or birds. I've got them. I've always got them. I've not taken these out of the bag because they are silk, guys. They're not plastic. So they are silk, so I don't want them to get dusty. And they are on twigs. And with a little bit of floral to it, a bit of yellow and white floral. And the twigs are wired right up to the top of the butterfly. So you can manipulate it, cut it however you wish. So we have those as well. Let me just bend that one over. Or you can cut the stem. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 butterflies on there. And 6 flowers. So on a twiggy stem, which I adore. And if you've got some of the twiggy stem left, save it. Save it for a little bit of an interest added to an arrangement. They always look fabulous. So there's our butterflies in all different colours, matching with the flowers. You may not see them, so I may have them just slightly hovering. We'll see. So that's our beautiful butterflies, and I will place those in more likely near the end. So let's just, I've got my cat with me today. I'm a bit late coming on. It's 1 o'clock, well, nearly. So yes, I'm a bit late coming on. I usually try to get on in the morning, but I went groceries shopping. My son got up this morning and said, because well, you don't just have to be of a different origin, do you? My mum's German. She's lived over in the UK for 55 years. So she does speak English, and we was brought up on German salami, you know, sauerkraut and things like that. And my son adores salami on his sandwiches that he takes to work. And he got up this morning, oh gosh, Mum, there's no salami. I went into the refrigerator, realised I've not been grocery shopping for I think just over 2 weeks, because I've been painting. So I've had to do it this morning. But never mind, guys, never mind. It's done. He'll be happy. He's got his salami and got everything else. Right, what I'm going to do with the let me just take these. I've got the 10-inch basket. I've placed a few pebbles or stone at the bottom for the weight, so if it's a windy day it's not going to come off of the hook that it's on, and it will stay on, you know, fine. I've got some cable ties or zip ties, and I've placed them, got a piece of foam, not filling the whole of the basket. I don't need to do that. I just want the flowers, you know, the stems in the centre. So, and I've gone underneath the bottom and out through the side. See you later, Jordan. And then come back across the top and cable tied it, and done the same in the opposite direction, so it's crossing over each other, and that's lifted up the foam slightly higher, so it's the foam isn't touching the stones at the bottom. So if it rains, the rain will go in to the pebbles or stones at the bottom. And I've cut a few holes in, because it's got a waterproof plastic inside. I've cut a few holes in the plastic so the rain will drip out at the bottom. So what I'm just going to take that off. I have got a hook up there with a piece of rope for when I do things like this. So first of all, I'm going to do them in different colours. I don't want like two blue next to each other, because I'm going to start off with one stem at the moment. So I'm going to go blue, and I don't want two pinks next to each other. So blue, pink, let me find the other pink to that. So that's the pink and white here. So place that there. Then I'm going to go with a red and an orange. So we'll get the red and orange there. Then I'm going to go with a purple. So then we'll take the other purple, put that there. Then I'm going to go with the orange and yellow. And then I'm just going to go with the plain pink. So I put those in order over here so I don't forget, because I may forget. So that's the order I'm going to do them in, because I don't want them clashing, and they may clash once they're in the pot, in the basket, but that's what I'm doing as I place them around the hanging basket. So we'll start with the blue. I'm going to glue these in and put a slight little bit of a 45-degree angle on the bottom, just so it goes through the wreath wrap. If it doesn't, or I'm struggling, get one of these guys, just a hole puncher, and that will help you place in your floral. So I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to let it flow and open it up so it doesn't, you know, sit all flat. So we've got that movement. And I'm going to place one here. Do the same. We'll be able to manipulate them down, some of them as well, and may be able to push those right in. Just, yeah. It's better. Then it'll be the red again. Just the lady just loves the little gerbera. So again, I just want to show you, if you have many colours in a certain flower, it doesn't hurt to, you know, place them in. the same flower in all around. Bring some under here. Spread them around. Push it as far as you can. And this is a good project to do for any beginners. I usually tend to put my floral in first. Where did I get to, guys? Lose the beginning. Let's see. Yellow and orange. There we are. No, that's yellow. Red and orange. Yellow and orange here. My goodness. Nearly went wrong there, guys. Just force that in. That don't seem to want to go in. Again. So let's just pull it off. Get my, hole puncher, leave it in while I'm placing glue on so I know where it needs to go. So you have all of your flowers at the top. Now, the reason I brought 2 out of every colour is because I may want some around here. And the foliage will go in between. I know I have foliage on the gerberas, but I want a mixture of foliage. So we're back to our blue. Now I don't want to go where the blue is. I don't want to, I could bring it there, but I want to move the blue into another direction. So I will go where the pink is, where I've just placed. So that blue's there, so I will go opposite to where the purple is here. So let's just cut that. So look for your blue stem, and it's around here. So now I am bringing these slightly, I can hold it, further down. I'm just bending some over as well, just to give it that look that they're starting to hang over. So then we're on our pink and white. But if you want to place the blue with the blue, that's fine, guys. Again, just you have to get them all and bend them down. Just get a few and then bring the others amongst them. Just think of it how if you had a hanging basket on your garden, how the flowers will start to, you know, grow downwards or up. Anything like that. Get that on. So let's see where I went there. just mix them, bend them, just give them that lovely little look. Then we're on to our purple. Some of those up, some down. Then our orange and yellow. See, some people don't, you know, they don't just want one single sort of like colour. They do like a variety of colours. I've had it where somebody wanted a morning glory hanging basket, just morning glory. And then finally our pink. Which will then go here. And I'm just, you know, bending some down, having fun with them. So that is, I can't really show you with the hook on. The hook's flattened a couple of flowers, guys, but that is it, with all the different coloured flowers on top, looking really pretty. So there's our gerberas in. So I've placed 2 of every colour in. So now I want some of our ficus. Now with ficus you could tend to cut it into 4 if you want the stems quite long. So I've just cut 2, and then the longest piece in the centre, just cut that in half. Oh, you could do 5 actually. 1, 2, 3, no, 4. I knew I was going to have it. So I'm going to do a couple of these to start with. So just manipulate them, you know, bend the stem left and right a little bit, just, and you know, and then over, just so it gives a bit of curve, you know, coming out here. And then start from the center, because if you tend to start here, then you're having to look above, because the ficus or any other foliage will be in the way of your view. So try to start from the center point. So I'm going to get the longest one, which is here. Just add those. Face your leaf outwards towards yourself. So I'm placing one either side of the square near the center on this side. Then I'm going to do it again here and then opposite on here. So now I've got ficus hanging around the centre. Turn it around, so we'll do it on this side as well. So let's see here. So that's filling up nicely at the top. So then I'm going to come further down and bring the ficus down a little bit more. I have squashed a few of the flowers down, but you can manipulate them and, you know, bend them back upwards. Just like the top level, now I'm going in the center level, and that's the bottom. So I'm having 3 layers or levels, so to speak. So that's here. I'm holding on to the basket so I know where I've got. So if you've got something like this where you can work from, similar to myself, where you can place a hook at the top, that will be really handy for when you're doing hanging baskets. Just turn it to the last side of the second level. We tend to say level, some people say layer. And then I'm going to use another one, and I'm going to go around level 3 or layer 3. So we'll just cut those. One. I did a lady, a lovely lady, lots of hanging baskets. She had 11, I think it was 11 in total. But that lady loved pastel colours, and she loved the big-headed peonies. So we're going to go on the bottom, and I'm placing it just here, and instead of having 1 on each side of the foam, now I'm placing 2 on each, 2 on the one, 2 on here, 2 on the opposite side, and then maybe 2 here and maybe 2 there. If not, it could be 1 here and then 1 there. I just want to see how much it's going to take, you know, and look. You see, I forgot where I went now, guys. There. And if you want to add fern, with the ficus on the bottom, I am slightly bending that over as well. Anything that's on the bottom, I'm tilting slightly downwards. Now I think I'm going to have to place 2 on each side of the basket. I want another 4. It's like my cat loves to watch. So let's see where I've been. I want the one here. Again, remembering to tilt it, guys, just slightly, so it looks like with the weight of the flower it's going downwards. You don't have to, if you have a hanging basket, have anything hanging. You know, you could just have it around the top where I'm going. You don't have to go any further. And you don't have to have all your foliage all the same length either. You want it to look as natural as possible. So, you know, make your foliage different lengths. Let me just I'm just looking at the hooks because there was one that wasn't straight. So that is with now all of our ficus in. So I don't need that one. And again, just play around with your floral. If you've, you know, squashed it along the way like I have, once you've done with, just have fun with it. Bring it back here, you know, into position. So it just doesn't look too much. Spread them out. Like here, there's a gap here. Just spread it. That one's entwined. Spread it so it's filling that little bit of space. There's a big clump here. So I'm going to bring one of these over. Sort of like fill in that little bit of a cluster, and there's a big bare bit here. So let's sort that so the purple is all gathered together. Play around and have fun. Right, so that's what we've got at the moment. Now, I only want to put in little bits of this lotus leaf. If I feel I want more floral or foliage up above, you know, like ferns or anything, or even grasses, that's nice to put in baskets. I've got some smaller ones cut down. I've got some twiggy bits here. I tend to cut small ones. When I buy the bunch and they get delivered, I take at least about 3 stems and I cut them down smaller so they're ready for if I need the smaller pieces. Just saves me time. It's just the way I work, guys. There's another one. Let's have a look at these. I've got some twiggy bits here. could place those in a triangular position, and with the twiggy bits again, they are wired right to the top. You can curl them around your finger, but if you've got a tall arrangement, just keep it stretched out tall. Do it like that. So I may place those around the centre at the top. You can't really see them. They are quite tiny. So I'm going to have to pull them up, stretch them up. And I'm placing them where the chain is, with only having 3 pieces on the chain. So that's given me my guide for where the triangle position is. And if you're placing any florals in, or not just like this, but any other florals, when you want to place them in a triangular position, go by the chain on your hanging basket, and that will help you and guide you for your triangular position with the floral. So we'll place those in. Waste not, want not. I've got a long piece here, 2 longer pieces, 3 longer pieces. Right, let's use the longer pieces. I love this. So what I want to do with these is just bring them slightly hanging down. So the floral, with these having flowers on, is carrying on slightly coming down. I could have had hanging flowering eucalyptus, what hangs. But I just wanted, I don't know, something like this. Bring it down. You can manipulate the leaf as well, with it also having wire in right to the tip. So make that a 4th. Let's snip that. Bring the flower so it's just pointing forward, so you can get the joy out of it. So we placed that one there. Oh, I'm going to place this one. I'm placing these on the corner of the square oasis of dried foam. Me and my friend know it as Oasis when we studied floristry. Even if it was for wet flowers or dry, it was known as Oasis. You just either said dried oasis or wet, that's all you needed to say. So I'm going on each corner. I place it there. Oops, I've just not one on here. Okay, bring that coming down. Now that one hasn't got a flower on, so I'll use this one. It's fairly long. Hang that one down. point the flower up slightly. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's snapped off. So let me just put that little prong on. I don't want it to look messy. So then we've got the little ones here. That hasn't got a leaf, a flower on. That has, that has. 3, 4, 5. So I've got the littler ones here where I can scatter in between the longer ones and just, you know, make them look like this starting to grow. Again, make it look natural. You don't have to have it all going too far down to meet up with these down here. Because we all know, guys, natural flowers grow at different stages. There. I'm going in between the long ones with the shorter ones. I just have to check that one has. Yeah. So as you can see, the smaller ones are, you know, combined with it, giving it that lovely, you know, growth, so it's not just. And again, if I wanted to and I didn't want to put anything else, I could just have the flowering lotus hanging down. I want to try other foliage as well. Where's that? So, let's try our willow. Now what I tend to do with the willow or any garland is just, you know, and I'm sure you guys do, place it in and just view how long I want it. So I would really, depending on where you can pull, or I think it's just cutting on these, I think about here. And I want to chop that off because that bit that's on the side, this sprig, is longer than where I want to chop it. So I think that would be more than enough. So I'm going to chop that one, which has left me a little bit of a stem to place in for the next one. And I don't want these all to be the same size. And again, these are wired, this middle stem is wired, so you can manipulate this main central stem, and the sprigs off the side you can, you know, fluff out, make them, you know, wider to give you more coverage of your your trailing foliage, just so it widens it, so it's not too short or too thin, as I say. I'm just not one for thin foliage or trailing foliage. I have got some, but I haven't used it. I've had it a couple of years, but I've just not used it because it's too thin. So I mean, that's just my way. You know, some people like it. So I'm going to get that, and I'm going to just slightly bend it, and that is coming down here. Now I can play with that a little bit because the centre stem is wired. So just move some of the sprigs onto the side that they're falling onto. Bend the centre stem if you think it's slightly too long. Bend it to, you know, come in and lift it up a little bit here by taking it up. Or just cut it shorter. So let's have a look. That's quite full, and then I have got watermelon vine. Oh my goodness, it does tangle. I'll get a few of these, put picks on them. I've left these till near the end because I've got to put picks on them. But I will place, you get those glue strings, place picks on them and bring those there as well. Hence the reason I don't like just one strand on its own sitting there. I like to gather them up just to make it look a bit more chunky. So there for that. But let's get our willow. Now I don't want them all this size. Again, I want it a variation of sizes, some longer than others. So I'm going to cut this one much shorter. I'll say much shorter. Yeah, it's slightly shorter. Again, play and have fun with the leaves. You know, spread them out. Just be a bit careful because you don't want to break the sprigs, because some of the, you know, these on here, you know, some sprigs that you get are not wired. That's not got a leaf on. So you just want to be a little careful. I've been a bit heavy-handed many times and pulled them off. Right, so that's one, and I'm doing one either side of the square foam. I'm going to leave that one like that. Put that one there. I'm looking for a piece where I can get a stem from. Like there, if I cut it here, I will get about 1.5 to 2 inch stem to be able to place into my foam. So let's move that out of the way. So this will be a bigger one. And some of the leaves actually sitting on one side, some on the other, so you know obviously where they need to be, you know, sitting on the vine or on the trailing, you know, greenery. So that's one in there. So I want one there, one there, one here. Spread that, bend the centre stem, spread your leaves, Some people like hanging baskets with roses in as well. Some like them just with daffodils and tulips. Everybody's got their own, you know, there's many ways to do different hanging baskets with different flowers. They're all beautiful, especially when the sun's out and they're glowing on them. How dreamy. And then one here. Just see. Bend it up a little to make it look a bit more full. So that is that. Now, this is actually trailing ruscus. You can get it anywhere, guys. So, they do come with 5 pieces on, but I've obviously chopped on one of them, so we'll use that one first. And with these, if you look down, there is places where, if I do it, where you can pull them off. So you've got another stem there. I can pull, I need to pull that off, put that on a pick. So there's one. Use this bit again. I don't want them that long. So that's all I do, is just pull them. Now would that be quite long? Yeah, it's too long for me. There's nothing with it. I'm going to have all these the same size, I think, because they're all, you know, you can only pull them off all at one size. So I'm going to use this full these 3 sprigs or pieces until I may need any more. Now just get my picks, and where I pulled them off, I did put glue on the end of my pick, and I just place them back in my pick. A bit of glue seeps out, I take that off. I don't want to see glue. Again, that's just me being a bit of a, I guess I can fussy. Some people who don't mind seeing it, but it's, again, I've said it in one of my other videos, it's through past experience where I've had somebody come back to me and said I can see glue. Some people actually do check your work, so since then I don't take the chance. It wasn't nasty about it. Just, you know, basically I've had a look at your arrangement and I've spotted a bit of glue on a few of the flower stems. You know, is there anything you can do about it? So I've had to take the flowers out, take the flowers off of the picks, clean around this part of the where the pick goes, and then place a new pick in and then wipe the glue off. And that's just, I've not had many people, well, I say many, I wouldn't let it happen again. So it's just me being cautious. Again, I'm one of these, I like to please my customers or anybody really. even if people don't check my work, I'd rather just do it right in case. I always say you never ever know. They may come across as somebody who doesn't do that until they get home, when you don't see them doing it. And again with glue strings, that's another one. I always tend to, before I get these wrapped up and treat them, I spray them with, I put my hairdryer on, which actually melts the little strands of glue that is, you know, you can see, and you see me picking like this. As you go along and you're making it, and you see them, take them off, but at the end when you've finished, if you've missed any, just spray, like I can see one here, just pull it off, but then at the end when you've finished, just spray it, get your hairdryer on it, or steam it, and the hairdryer with a bit of heat, not red hot, you know, warm temperature, melts the glue to the point you can't see it. So, you know, for those who are beginners and didn't know that, it's a good thing to know. Right, I'm just slightly going to cut these all down at the same length, not too short. And I'm probably going to put 2, 4, 6, I've got 8, 9. So I can put 2 on either side of each square. I've got 1 left, and then I just may put 1 with 3 on. Again, I'm not making it symmetrical because it's a hanging basket. I'm trying to make it look natural. So on your garden, you don't always see where every sprig is, the same amount of leaves or stems growing. You may get some with 3, some with 2, one on its own. So I'm just trying to make it look more natural. So let's see where the square is underneath. I can't see. That's a good sign in a way. So if I get, what I can do with these, instead of placing them in both the same length, I can place 1 in first, like that, and then the other one I can either just place a little bit of the stem in and make it longer, or push it in further to make it shorter than this one. So as I go along, I will see, I'll make it slightly shorter by pushing it in a little bit more. So as you can see, I mean slightly, by about 1 inch shorter than that one, and it's just to fill that little space. Or you can have them both the same length. So now go to the other side of the square. I can see one there. Push one in a little bit more. Make that one a little bit shorter as well. Again, this is just filling in at the bottom because I don't like it to look too bland. I like movement. I'll have that one a bit longer. Now I have this one. Oops, a daisy. A little bit shorter, not too much short, like that. Perhaps I may need another, a few more. There's one. I'm going to place the one here by itself, with those two there. So let me just look for where I pull it. Quite, is that one? Just trying to find it, guys. There we go. Pull that one in. Again, and hold it so I can see where I've gone. And that one's shorter as well. Ooh, there's flowers down there. And then again, this last one, place 3 together. And then I can push up the floral again. Got these 3. Where did we go? Here. Right, let's get these. One there. Just checking for any gaps. I just want to manipulate the floral so it looks full. You get plenty of view. I think there I'm going to place in. I've got somewhere I cut. I've got a few that I cut down, as I do. So I may put a few of the red and orange ones around the bottom. I can see a few little gaps. It's not going to hurt it. Here. It's around here. want this floral. Let's get one with a bit of foliage on. Just to bring a bit of colour, because I've got the red ones out, why not? Just so I can see where I'm going. And if you don't want to place floral at the bottom, just add a little bit of filler foliage. And place that in instead. Or a little bit more, a different vine, trailing vine. See, just around here, and then we've got the gerberas definitely in. Like I always say, guys, I like colour to be flowing from the top down to the bottom. So that's the gerberas. Oh, I see glue string. Don't want any more of those. Now the butterflies. You don't want that now. I have some hanging moss. I had a look at it earlier. I've used it before, but it just doesn't go with the gerberas. It makes it look messy. There's a certain, I'd say, design or arrangement that I like to just use the hanging moss. I find that if you, I've got glue all over my nails. If you place it in something like this, as again, these are all my personal opinions. I find that it doesn't suit it. You could place in, again, I've got the hanging or the trailing watermelon. You could place a bit of that in just to add another little bit of colour at the bottom. And this comes on stems where you get it all different lengths. This 1, 2, 5 stems, some shorter than others, and you could hang those on. But I'm going to leave it. I want to hang the see the basket. Even if there's a few little, as I go round and see a bigger gap here, I could just open up the willow a little bit more and fill that gap, or place in another piece of ficus. So let's have a look at our, gosh, you won't be able to see them. That's a shame. You really won't be able to see them unless I have them stuck up so they're sticking out. But because of the colours and they're a mixed colour, I could have a few hanging down but bottom, we could do that. But I don't think I'm going to place any at the top. And I would tell the lady, because they're clashing. The word when I say they're clashing is when you've got a certain colour and you put something with it which is the very similar or the same colour, they will clash without separating it with something. Well, because these are all mixed colour like the flowers, the clashing, you don't see them. You know, it's waste time putting them in, basically. And I'm a true believer of that. Why put something in that nobody's really going to notice? They're there. So I'm not going to put them up above. So if I just snip one off, now I could bend the twig, no problem. Bend the butterflies again, turn them around so they're heading up towards the flower. And do it like that so they're at the bottom, heading towards the flower. Now you will see them then, because there's nothing here. Up here you've got a dark background, it's not the same colour. But I would have to bring the butterflies slightly. I'm not too concerned about the floral, you know, because we've got yellow in the floral and white. But the butterflies, I would have to slightly bring those down, you know, a bit further, so they're not really mixing with the floral. So, and I'm not going to place in too many, guys. If anything, I think 2 pieces will be more than enough. Let's cut that one. Oh, my cat doesn't like being touched with silly things, do you? So let's place this. Let me glue that on. So if that makes sense, you know, like if you had a yellow flower with a yellow butterfly, or you had an arrangement and it was all yellow, you're not going to see the butterfly. You're really not. So I truly believe, you know, I'm a believer of that. So like if you've got all these variety of colours, there's a certain colour in here that you haven't got. Let me think what it could be. We've got quite a few. Trying to think, guys, because we have got quite a lot of colours. I'm going to place that there. Dusky blue. Mind you, we've got blues in. So, oh, there's no whites up here. There's a little bit of white here, but if I place the whites up here, you'll spot them, because there's no white up here. Now, if that makes sense, because they will clash. If you've got a full basket full of maybe daisies all in white, roses all in white, and then you decide to get a green butterfly, what will go with your green foliage, you may not spot the green butterfly if you place it on the foliage. Maybe on the flower, white flower, you'll spot it. But if you had a white butterfly and you wanted to sit it on a white flower, you're not really going to spot it. It clashes because it's the same colour. So there's a bigger gap here. So I'm going to place this here, and you see the butterfly. You could have the butterfly sticking out here, but I always tend to think that doesn't look right in my eyes. Bring it looks pretty. Bring the flower up, but leave the butterfly down below where it's flying around the basket. So you can bend it, slightly offset it, just bend the stem, and then you've got the butterfly hovering around the bottom. Now on this one we've got 2 butterflies, so let's look for, we've got that there, so we need it opposite. So we'll go around here. Now I'm going to place it just in. And again, I'm not so fussed about the flowers because we've got those colour flowers in our arrangement. So I'll just let the flowers sit proudly. As you can see, we've got 1 butterfly which isn't as long. So the only thing I can do, if I can untwine it, let's get it away from this ruscus. It's wrapped itself around, guys. Place it near to the willow where it's on darker colour, that you'll see it at the bottom. And again, this one is flying around. So I place that down there, not up above. Right, so that is our hanging basket project done for today. I'm not going to place anything else in because it's full of flowers. It doesn't need anything else adding to it. We've added a few little butterflies. I'm not going to add anything else. I'm not even going to add more butterflies because you're just going to, you see that one, and I can see that one, and around here there's only 1 butterfly here, so I can see that hovering around the bottom, but I've tilted it slightly so it looks like it's offset. Instead of having it like that, just offset it and move it, you know, to slightly to the side, because they do go like that, don't they? You don't see them just fly off. Well, I haven't, I don't think. And just bring it so you can see it start, you know, hovering around the flowers. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That is the hanging basket from the top. Sorry if the chain's squashing them, but that is our hanging basket from the top. I wanted to take my time with this because I wanted to show you, the new beginners, how easy it is to make a hanging basket. And you know, if the advanced have never made one before, you know what fun it is to create a hanging basket. And I'm sure you could all do one. It's a great thing to do. You know, it looks beautiful, all multicolours, looks beautiful. Just 1 flower, ready for the spring, on your garden, and you can take it down come autumn time when the trees change colour. So you've got it up, you can have it up for, you know, going on 2.5, 3 seasons maximum. So, and get the fun out of it and the joy. and have it on your garden, in front of your summer house, or in front of your house, on each side of your door, anything like that, guys. And with them being wispy, if there's a bit of wind, they will sway or move like that. Like the wind, it will shake your plants on your garden, which I love, because then that gives it a natural movement. It's not tight, it's not compact, it's natural movement, and I love that. Isn't it pretty? So if you enjoyed that, guys, please, you know, leave us a comment, like and share as well, and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate if you would. So would Marley, even though he's looking down. I think he's well, I think he accepts that my work is up to his standards, even though he's not, look. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Give it a go, guys. And again, if you don't want to do it multicolored, just do it one color. If you don't want to do it in one certain flower, add in numerous different flowers. Morning glory, daisies, daffodils, tulips. This is for spring. You know, roses, carnations, things like that. Go wild with it and have fun. And if you don't want anything trailing, just have the flowers around the top of the basket. That's just as beautiful. So have a wonderful day. Again, please subscribe, share and like, guys. To the world, to everybody who you know, I really do really so appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye. Oh, I don't want to stand on those beautiful flowers. Whoops a daisy. Right, let's, guys, and we'll just have a quick look. Again, there's all our wonderful gerberas. The white, the pink, the orange, the red, the blue, or dusky blue, the baby blue, the lilac, the purple, the, again, orange and red, yellow and orange there, just the pink. And then you've got some pink and white ones somewhere, guys. Red and orange there. Where's the pink and white ones? Oh, there they are. Pink and white. Then you've got, we've added in our ficus. We've added in the ficus around the top. Always start with one around the top as well, and work your way around. And then we've added in our flowering lotus, our hanging ruscus that I cut into parts, placed picks on. We've also added in our trailing willow, and there is the butterfly where it had the white flower. I don't know why that's, oh, it's gone. And there's just one butterfly there, and that's the only thing that we've added in amongst all of those. Oh, it did have another one, guys, another butterfly. See, I couldn't see it. It was with the purple, with it being purple. I didn't see it. So let's bring it down with that one. See, that, well, that's what I mean, guys, when they become invisible. So have a wonderful day. Give it a go. And I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. God bless, and I love you all. Bye for now.